Hey guys, it's Clumsy bringing you a Shyvana guide. So I'm gonna start off with the runes and masteries. The runes I pretty much never changed them, and masteries as well with my build. The runes are pretty standard: full attack speed, cooldown reduction. Masteries 12018. That's what I use for my build. You can also go 18120 or 18012, but I don't recommend it with the build I use. So to start off, I'm gonna show you my jungle clear paths, which are like standard, and it's pretty much full clear, and it's like if you don't have the optic to do an early gank of some sort. It's really good if you want to do the early dragon cheese, which I will show you at the end of the video, or just good if you want to power farm and be ahead in gold and levels from your jungler. It's not really good if your top laners or mid laner have a good early game and you really need to gank them. But ganking with Shyvana is pretty hard unless you have the right opportunity, but I'll talk about that just a bit later. So what am I doing is standard full clear. What I do is blue buff. I'm gonna be wasting a bit of time on blue buff since I will recall. What you can do here is also you can smite it if you prefer. If your clear isn't healthy enough, you can smite blue instead. I prefer to smite Gromp, which makes me lower. After that, after the jungle clear, you can also go for Scuttle and look for a gank top or or mid side. But here I saw the Shaco, so I decided just to recall and buy my jungle item. For the top side, it's pretty much the same thing, except it's mirrored. The clear path is a bit higher. Of course you want to kite the blue a bit, but I was typing like the fucking boosted monkey I am. So yeah, just try to kite a bit while you're waiting for your W and E to be back up. You can, for bot side I do WEQ. For top side I do WEW. You can do WEQ, it's pretty much the same thing. And yeah. I do get a bit low, so maybe I can change the path if you're a bit scared or kite better than things. Also, remember to kill the small ones first. Have you seen? You can rewatch the video, but yeah, kill the small things first. Now I'm gonna talk about my build. Yeah, my core build and my other items. My core build is standard. It's sated into boots, into Triforce, into mallet, and some people prefer Hydra. And then the small items are just other items you can buy. But yeah, the core items are the big items on top. I'm sorry by the way if it's really messy. So this is the general strategy. What you want to do with Shyvana is it's pretty much like this clip is everything you need to do in Shyvana. So what am I doing is counter jungling with my because Shyvana is a really good duelist, especially with exhaust. You can take exhaust or you can take ghost. I prefer exhaust in like 80% of situations. So here I am invading, getting picks, getting a double fights, double skirmishes, which is really what Shyvana excels into, like dueling and fighting in secluded areas where you can't get really guided. So I keep counter jungling. You see here I'm taking a lot of damage, but I don't die. Will happen another time, but that's just because I've played hundreds of games on Shyvana, and you just learn the champion and what the enemy champion does. Here I know Wukong doesn't have TP, so again, Shyvana excels at counter ganking, counter jungling, and taking objectives. Here I do counter jungling, counter ganking to some extent, since I get a double skirmish, and I take an objective. And I think I just recall and buy my items. Now I'm gonna show you a cheese. I think the cheese I really like doing with the build I have. Why I like sated Triforce so much. I haven't tried many other builds. I don't know if it works with sated Blade of the Rune King or sated anything else. But I've noticed that if you do sated Triforce, you can duo Baron. Like, I wouldn't say 99% of the time, but maybe 80 to 90% of your games. Like, I was a bit fed, but like not really overly fed, and same with Shen. And we could duo Baron with not too much hassle, you know. And if it's your champion like Darius or something a bit off tank that deals a bit more damage than Shen, it's even easier. So yeah, Shyvana is really good at taking objectives such as Baron, as I'm showing right now. And also, like, just because you got Baron doesn't mean you really have to recall. I just keep pressing my advantages. because shyvana is really fast clearer. She's and oh, I've been asked questions like, oh, you don't do Titanic Hydra, isn't the wave clear really bad? Just look at this, please. I just melted the minion wave in like 3 seconds. And obviously I'm just putting pressure for my team, trying to get the counter jungling again. Just really everything you need. But just because you're a split pusher, blah blah blah, doesn't mean you have to completely ignore your team. You have to counter gank, you have to put pressure, and you have to team fight. Obviously, team fighting is a big aspect of League of Legends, especially in lower elos. You have to be here in team fight. So what you want to do is either peel or destroy the enemy carries. So here I do a bit of both. And yeah, this is just my parting gift. A cheese I want to show you. It's like level 5 soul dragon. You do a full clear, you recall, you take 2 camps, and voila. And you need scuttle for that. Also, if you need help to gank or anything else, just remember shyvana is really better at counter ganking and not really ganking. It's really awkward to gank on the middle lane. I mean, not the middle lane, if the enemy is in the middle of the lane. You want to do either if your ally is being pushed at turret, or you can dive the enemy. So that's about it. Tell me if you have any other questions. Maybe tell me if you want me to do a VOD review, like I can watch your game or I can watch my game and explain my train of thoughts. That's about it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.